2022 CR 4248B, State of Texas versus Katrina Mendoza. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
And Allie Jackson for the state of Texas.
Defense?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I'm Todd McCrae for Katrina Mendoza.
All right, we are here for sentencing. You entered a plea on August 7, 2023 to count 1, paragraph B of guilty. The state waived without objections count 1, paragraph A, counts 3, 2, 4, and 5. The court found there was sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, the court deferred finding of guilt as you had applied for probation. According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 45 years in the prison. There's an affirmative finding of family violence, and the state opposes your application for deferred adjudication. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report, state?
Yes.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections to the PSI report, state?
No.
Defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right. And the defense counsel did email to the court a report by Dr. Murphy. He included the state in that email as well. Neither party had any objections to the court reviewing that before sentencing, and the court's understanding both parties wanted to make sure that I had reviewed that. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Yes.
All right, so the court has reviewed the documents that you supplied, defense. State, do you have any witnesses?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's how it got over here.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to find you guilty, and I want to let you know that I read all of the reports. I read the PSI. I listened to your testimony. I always see people as people. I don't see people as criminals. I look at people as people. And then I try to make the best decision with the information I have. That's the reason why I was asking your counsel certain questions, because I want it to be cleared up in my mind so I can make a decision that I deem would be appropriate. So I'm going to find you guilty. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. Give you credit for any time served. There's to be no contact with minors, and I'm going to sentence you to 45 years in the prison. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you sign it? All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes.
And because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. You understand?
Yes.
All right. All right. We can go off the record. Here's the thing. Your counsel will probably tell you, I've done Child Protective Services cases before, and I understand that sometimes children are brought into horrible situations. Sometimes children don't have good parents. Sometimes the parents are not only just imperfect, they're not good parents. And I read Dr. Murphy's report on you, and I saw that there was CPS involved in your life when you were a child. There was CPS involvement when you were having children as a child. So I want to let you know I understand all that. But at the end of the day, when you think about Mercedes, nobody ever will know what she was going to do with her life. Who knows? Maybe that was the person who was going to find the cure of cancer. We'll never know, because she is no longer here. Or maybe she was going to find the cure for something else. Or maybe do great things. You just never know with children. And it's a shame that in this case, they're false, right? You have CPS. Maybe they could have done more. You have family members. Maybe they could have done more. You have police. Maybe they could have done more. You had neighbors. They did their job. They picked up the phone and they called the police. I don't know why it is, and I've said this before and I'll say it again. Sometimes, if somebody's walking down the street and they're abusing a dog or not treating a dog properly, you know what people do? Ooh, let me report this. Let me pick up this phone and call somebody. But when it's concerning children, what ends up happening is people say, well, that's really not my business. I don't want to be involved, and what if I'm wrong? And I would always tell people, but yeah, what if you're right? If you're wrong, you apologize. I can tell you right now the number of times there are stray dogs running around, and do you know how quickly somebody will call animal shelter or somebody about that dog, or either you can be on Facebook, and you know what people will do? A dog is lost. Everybody is acting 911, dog lost, put it on high alert. They're on the lost and found sites, every single site for an animal. And I like animals, but the same level of love that we have for animals in Bexar County and in other states is not the same love that we show to children who are in need. So I understand that people didn't show you love and what you needed when you were a child in CPS care. You know, I don't know the answer for that, and I don't know what else we can do about it. I'm just here to hear cases, listen to everybody, and hopefully make good decisions. All right?
Yes. We do have this in the past.
One? All right.